Another silly seating domino has fallen as it has been announced that Cody Ware will drive the 51 for Rick Ware Racing full-time in 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, we got some pretty massive and major breaking news as it has been announced that Cody Ware will drive full-time for Rick Ware Racing in 2025, driving a number 51 car. Here's a tweet from Rick Ware Racing today. It's a full-time NASCAR Cup Series drive for Cody Ware in 2025. The fourth-generation racer will pilot our number 51 Ford Mustang Dark Horse with Billy Plorty as crew chief. This has been rumored over the course of the last couple of weeks. It had come down between Cody Ware and Cory LaJoie on who was going to drive the number 51 car. But there was chatter a couple weeks ago after it was announced in early January that Zane Smith would be driving the 38 for front row. It became pretty clear that Cody Ware was going to be the driver of the number 51 car for Rick Ware in 2025. So this really is not a shock or surprise to me. Look, Cody Ware is the son of Rick Ware, right? And he made some select starts in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2024. And to be fair to Cody Ware, he did have some decent runs. He ran 5 or 6 races in 2024, but he had about an 18th or 19th place average finish, including a top 5 in a summer race at Daytona International Speedway. This is going to be the first time that Cody Ware has been full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series, I believe, since technically 2022 or 2021. Now, if you want my honest opinion about Cody Ware going full-time with Rick Ware Racing, I have to question this move a little bit, and I think this definitely is a step backwards from Justin Haley and Cory LaJoie. Now, look, we all know Cory LaJoie really did not do amazing with Spire Motorsports in 2024, and he got moved over to the number 51 in the second half of the year. And Cory LaJoie is not a driver that I would consider a top-level talent. However, when you compare Cody Ware to Cory LaJoie, the performance really is night and day. I think Cory LaJoie is overall a much better talent than Cody Ware is. This is no disrespect to Cody Ware, but Cody Ware really has never shown me any potential possibility of ever winning a race or ever competing on anything outside of a super speedway. And while Cory LaJoie is known for the most part of being a really strong super speedway racer, Cory LaJoie did have some really strong runs at non-super speedways in 2024. I just don't really expect much from Cody Ware going into this year. So, what are my expectations for Cody Ware headed into 2025? I'm going to be realistic here. I think Cody Ware does get some top 20s throughout the year, but I think realistically he's going to be finishing in the back half of the standings. I think this is a step backwards for Rick Ware Racing going into 2025. I think Cody Ware most likely, like I've already mentioned and said, will probably finish last of all the full-time drivers competing this year, and will probably be the last driver who will perform this year. I just don't expect much from Cody Ware. Had it been Cory LaJoie behind the wheel of this car, I wasn't really saying that Cory LaJoie was going to set the world on fire in this car, but I really don't think Cody Ware outside of the super speedways is going to be a contender. Realistically, I think he's going to have some top 20s, some top 10s throughout the year, maybe occasionally, but for the most part, I think he's going to be running in the back of the pack majority of the season, so I'm not expecting much for Cody Ware. So what does this mean for Cory LaJoie going forward? Well, I remember the NASCAR Nostalgia account putting out a tweet or an Instagram post, indicating that Cory LaJoie probably will only be part-time in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2025. Because when you look at the rides, there are no rides left available in regards to full-time rides in the NASCAR Cup Series. So I don't know what Cory LaJoie is truly going to end up doing at this point in 2025. Maybe he goes part-time with a team like Rick Ware in the 15 car, perhaps. Maybe he gets a part-time opportunity in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series. Most of the Xfinity Series full-time seats are drying up very, very quickly. There's only 1 or 2 RSS racing cars left available at this point. And I think that second RSS car is going to go to Kyle Sieg. There was talk about a second AM racing machine, but with Lawson going to Venturini, I think that's off the table at this point, especially if Harrison Burton replacing Haley Deegan this year. RCR is going to have a third part-time entry this year, but I would think Austin Hill and Will Brown are going to be the drivers of that car. So the options are extremely limited. And Spire, well, there are some trucks available for Spire, but I don't think he's going to be driving at all for Spire in any way, shape, or form, considering he was confirmed in the middle of last year to not be returning. It sounds like he may have TV analyst role as well with Amazon, perhaps, it sounds like. So he'll probably do some TV stuff this year and probably drive part-time for a team like Amerivent Racing if he could bring the sponsorship and funding. So now, with Cody Ware being confirmed, every single full-time NASCAR Cup Series seat for all the charter cars is officially confirmed. For trackouts, you've got Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen in their respective rides. For front row, you've got Zane Smith, Todd Gillen, and Noah Gragson. For RCR, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon. Hendrick Motorsports, you're going to have basically some guys like Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, William Byron. For teams like RFK, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski. For Hayek, you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. For teams out there like Spire, Carson Ospar, Michael McDowell, and Justin Haley, who have Ronnie Childers as a crew chief. And there's some other teams that have everything pretty much confirmed at this point as well. Also, Joe Gibbs Racing with Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, and of course, other driver at the team, that being Christopher Bell. And then you got Josh Berry at the Wood Brothers this year, and you got Colleague of Ty Dillon, AJ Allmendinger. So pretty much every single full-time seat is officially announced, and I just don't see Cody Ware really doing much. As for the 15 car for Rick Ware, we know that Tim Brown is going to make a select start at the Clash later this month, about 2 or 3 weeks away, as a matter of fact. I would not be surprised if you see guys like Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, maybe even Chandler Smith as well, get an opportunity in this car at some point. And even Harrison Burton was mentioned last year as a potential possibility for a part-time Rick Ware Racing seat. So I could definitely see someone like them getting a chance and opportunity behind the wheel of the car. There are some other teams, MBM, we still need to figure out who's going to be running the Daytona 500 for them. I would think Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, probably not Haley Deegan at this point, but who knows who will be behind the wheel of that. We've got that rumored Junior Motorsports car potentially showing up with maybe Justin Allgaier, so who knows at this point, but pretty much everything is officially set for 2025, and I gotta say, outside of Cody Ware and a couple guys going into 2025, the NASCAR Cup field is completely stacked. This isn't a really shocking move by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't think Cody Ware is really going to do much this year, and I think he's going to struggle quite a bit throughout the 2025 season. So we'll see how Cody Ware can do with the Rick Ware Racing team in 2025 and see if he can prove me wrong and have a really strong season. But like I said, I'm really not expecting him to set the world on fire in 2025. I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for him with the Rick Ware Racing team in 2025. We'll see how Cody Ware can do with Rick Ware this year. So that is going to be today's special breaking news episode on Cody Ware. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go to more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your expectations for Cody Ware heading into 2025? Do you think Cody Ware is going to be a threat and contender in 2025, or do you think he's going to struggle for the most part? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. There should be another video dropping today on the channel, depending on what the Junior Motorsports announcement is, because the big Junior Motorsports announcement coming up very, very shortly. We've also got content dropping this week. We're likely going to have a Haas Factory team preview. We'll have content on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, all those people, Alex Bowman, Mike Wallace again, probably, because we've got that, Elio Castroneves, IndyCar stuff, you name it. A lot of great content dropping as we get closer to the start of the year and the season. And I'm excited for 2025. We've only got about 3 weeks to the start of the season, technically. Can't wait to get the season underway in about 2 weeks from now. Also got the Chili Bowl this weekend, which is also very, very exciting and really fun. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.